And thanks to Coach K for firming up the dough. I'm ready for the journey with the So Pro. I know there will be highs, I know there will be lows. Road to success got so many toes, but I'm ready for the journey. Yeah, I said I'm ready for the journey. The journey. Hey, it's more than just...
My guest of honor is one of the most loyal and hardworking, generous men I know. He is a family-oriented man, and he has a big heart. He pours into those around him. He's an amazing husband, loving father, and an even better friend. He has evolved over the years into a man that truly prioritizes God, his health, and his peace. He understands the importance of showing up for his people and leaving a legacy that will empower those coming behind him. I believe that God is calling him to set a new standard for self-care. My guest of honor is Derrick Phillips. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Good. It's good seeing you.
It is good seeing you. You know, it's always good seeing you, bro. I love you. You know, we keep up with certain people.
I mean, God put us together for a reason.
He did, but you've always been somebody that I feel like I had a connection with. So it's not like,
Yeah.
it's nothing like, I guess it's because you've always been very real. So Deep Easy gonna give you what it is. Like,
Sometimes it come off wrong. I mean, come off a little harsh, but you know, I don't mean nothing by it.
That's honesty, though.
You know, I always get called mean a lot. So, but I mean, you know, I'd rather be mean if that's how you want to put it than lie to you.
I'd rather you be honest because
Yeah.
a lot of people will sugarcoat and then you'll be like, well, you don't know what the real is. So I appreciate you being that way. You ain't never been mean to me, so I can't speak on what other people say. But so our theme this season is unstoppable, right? So
Okay.
I want to start off by you giving people an idea of where you're from. Give them a little bit of your background so they can just kind of see where you come from.
I'm from Fort Worth, Texas. The east side of Fort Worth. I got some brothers, one sister. I was raised by my mom. I had my stepdaddy there. He did a good job with showing me stuff that I didn't have a male figure in my life to show me, for as like how to drive, how to cut grass. You know, like stuff that you consider a man supposed to do. So he showed me all that. Not only that, my brother and sister dad, we had separate dads.
Okay.
He played a big part of my life too. As I was growing up, he treated me just like them. Even though him and my mom wasn't together.
That's a blessing.
Yeah, and I kind of respect him and look up to him for his work ethic and his drive and motivation to become successful. Really put yourself first.
Mm-hmm.
Because nowadays you can get lost trying to put other people first.
You absolutely can.
Yeah, I my stepdad and my brother and sister dad, I give them a lot of credit. I'm from a big family, toxic family, but you know it's all love. I went to school mainly in the Stop Six area, Emmett Walton, Dunbar Sixth Grade Center, Dunbar Middle School. Then I ended up going to Trimble Tech in high school, where I met you, of course. And then I went, and it kind of went from there. I didn't get to walk with y'all. I had to graduate in the summertime, of course, because of a science test. I failed by 1 point.
Those tests are ridiculous.
Yeah, so you know, I don't use science to this day, no way. So it don't really matter. But yeah, so and I kind of just been going through life, living and learning. 17-year-old daughter.
That's so wild.
I have a 26 and 25-year-old. I got 2 grandbabies. So all girls. So
couldn't get that boy.
Yeah, I couldn't get the boy. You know. But I think, you know what's crazy? Back when we was in high school, I always asked for a girl.
Did you?
And I ended up
all girls. Girl dad.
5 of them.
Girl dad for sure.
Oh, I ended up with 5. So, you know, my 2 grandbabies, they like my daughter. So I ended up with 5.
They spoiled, aren't they?
very much. So and it's crazy because they do stuff I wouldn't let the other three do when they was younger. You know, like
You get soft as a grandparent.
yeah, real soft, you know. And they be looking like, what? You know, I give them chips in the morning. I give them,
Y'all the
they
problem.
just ask for anything, I give it to them. So,
The problem. You grandparents are the problem.
yeah. But yeah, I'm glad to have my ups and downs in life. I didn't struggle trying to find my way. I think I'm there. I got a long way to go. Far as my thought process now, how I see the world, how I view people, you know, friendships, relationships. Uh, I just have a different outlook than I had back then. You know, I feel like I got my own outlook now. Far as versus my mom telling me what the outlook's supposed to be, you know, as I'm coming up, you know. So I feel like I got my own outlook, which may rub some people wrong, you know. But it is what it is, you know. So
But independent thinking is a good thing, and that does happen as you mature because, you know, like, you've seen some things and then you got to actually experience it. So
exactly.
that makes it a lot different. Like, our parents will tell us certain things and we still be like, "No, I gotta see for myself," you know?
Yeah,
I gotta see
yeah.
for myself.
Don't touch that stove. It's hot. I'm gonna touch it anyway. So
I need to know for myself,
yeah.
which is
So
not always good, but you know.
it's not. It's definitely not. And boy, when it ain't good, you be wishing you didn't do it.
I should
So
have
yeah.
listened.
They say you ain't supposed to regret, but I do regret a lot of stuff. I do. You know, I'd be lying if I say I didn't. You know, I'm not perfect. I
None of us
have
are.
did wrong when I was younger by people. You know what I'm saying? But that's just from me not knowing. Of course, everybody say this. Know what I know now. Back then, you know, my life probably be totally different. You know,
But it could be totally different in the wrong direction too. Because you gotta remember, like, everything does happen for a reason. And like, even though we may have made some, you know, suspect decisions at times, those things have made you who you are now. So it's kinda like you could have been still walking through life like not knowing because you didn't make those mistakes early.
well, yeah, yeah. I still make bad decisions
Yeah.
to this day.
Everybody
So,
does.
I
They just
make
don't get
bad
caught.
decisions to this
That's
day.
all.
You know, so. But yeah, that's pretty much me. You know, I'm really not a people person. I like who I like. I
That's
I
true.
talk to who I talk to. You know, I'm not really big on, you know, meeting new friends, and I'm not big on it. You know what I'm saying? Because at the age I'm at now, what are we friends for? Like
Yeah.
that's why I'm like, what are you bringing into my life? What am I bringing into your life? I
Yeah.
don't want to just be friends. Oh, this is my friend. No, I don't have time for that.
They're not your friend
Yeah,
anyway.
exactly.
They
You
should,
know,
you know.
I noticed. I noticed. And it's crazy because I really. It's funny you said that because of course, you don't want to meet people, but you do meet people. You see what I'm saying? And so I noticed like I can probably count on one hand or as the people that I probably that's new that I met besides my core friends, which is y'all, that really have been truly friends.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like now the people I probably done met in the past 7, 8, 9 years.
You be like,
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying?
some of
It's
them,
always be letdowns, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? You know, and I just don't have time for that in my life, no. You know
it's
what I'm saying?
tough.
So yeah, it's
It's
tough.
tough. I'm gonna be honest with you. Me and Val have this conversation all the time because we tend to we tend to have certain people around us like we've been in these groups where there were four, right? Four women. That's a lot already. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie. But
Exactly.
for me and her to be in a space where we're dealing with people together, like, it always turns out that they either show their real face after a while, then they try to blame us for it.
Exactly.
And we just be like, at this point, we just gonna stick with the two, and then we gonna
I'm kinda going through that right now, and me, like I said, I'm not perfect, but I'm at the point I'm not gonna mess you over.
No.
And if you call me out on something I'm wrong on, I'm more than hey, I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Accountable.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, I didn't know. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Charge it to my head, not my heart.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But now I do know. But if you don't call me out on nothing, I don't know. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? I'm gonna think I'm doing something right.
Yeah.
My problem is when you call people out on their stuff and then they act like it's your fault. So that's my problem. I'm going through that now I just feel like it's best to remove yourself.
It is.
Because people like that who don't take accountability, then they'll never do it.
Especially if they don't have nothing to lose.
Exactly.
Because if they don't have nothing, I'm gonna look at the camera for this one. If they don't have nothing to lose, you need to not even pursue.
Yeah.
Because there are things that you've been placed on earth to do, and then the people that are placed in your life are supposed to help you pursue those things. Or are they supposed to push you towards it? They're not supposed to be stressing you out. They're not supposed to be keeping you away from like being productive. But when you deal with certain friends, especially if you've known them for a long time, that does not mean that they gotta stay.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
the number of years does not mean that you have to stay. It has to be reciprocal, and we both have to be getting something from the relationship. Yeah. And I feel like a lot of times people let people stay too long.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Like just because I knew you since high school or middle school, like, but we're not growing together. We've grown apart actually.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's tough, and I think a lot of people go through that, especially at this age. We are almost 40.
Yeah.
So it's actually time for the cycle to happen anyway. Like you cycling people in and out at this point, like, and we've been blessed to have our fine friends.
Yeah.
That we do. I say this all the time. I got like 5 real friends.
Yeah.
That's like you. Let me not name them all.
Yeah,
but I got like 5 real.
Do not get the name.
I'm not gonna name.
Cause man, I don't want no text messages from nobody, no phone call, no nothing.
But they don't text the call though. I just feel like it's honestly like you shouldn't be surprised because the relationship has not been what it's been for a long time.
Well, I mean, some people life is life. And I understand, I understand.
Yeah.
But I also understand that life is life. Huh?
Yeah.
But it's somebody else you texting. Hey, what you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm just checking on you. So that's not an excuse still.
It's
to
not.
me, so because
even if you don't talk all the time, it's not even about talking all the time.
Yeah.
But I just feel like it's very one-sided,
Yeah.
So yeah, I might as well just, like you said earlier, remove myself because there's no point.
And I try not even like with and you know me, I talked to God and I asked him this every time I feel like, and I guess it's kind of my fault putting expectations on people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't like going into a fresh relationship with my guard up. Like, because then I'm questioning everything. You know what I'm saying? I already got trust issues. So now it's like, I don't want to be like that with somebody and they haven't done nothing to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And you should.
So I ask God why sometimes he give me the heart he gave me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I don't care what nobody say. Anybody can call me mean, but can't nobody never say when they came to me and needed help, I said no.
Right. Right. And you are a giver. I said that in the intro, but this is the thing about us as givers, bro. I love that you don't want to have your guard up because you can't do that. That's not realistic. That's not fair to the other person.
Yeah.
But you do have to have boundaries. Like set boundaries from your past experiences. Like it's not to like say that I'm putting a limit on you. It's just like I know that whenever I cross this boundary, XYZ happens. Yeah. So I'll give you an example. So for me, a boundary or a standard is whoever I'm dealing with, we have to grow together. It can't be like stagnant. Yeah. So it's stuff like that. So if you kind of like see things happening, we have to be able to hold each other accountable. That's the standard too. So if those types of things are not being met, then you can't progress because y'all not going nowhere. Yeah. So it's just, internally you're gonna have to figure out your boundaries and what works best for you, and then communicate that with the person.
And I think that'd be my hardest part, like
Yeah.
giving too many chances,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I don't have no uh in between. It's gonna be the zero or it's gonna be this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I give too many chances where I hold in,
Yeah.
and then it's this. It
Yeah.
ain't no we in the middle. No, it's just this.
Yeah.
And my attitude is I'm and I hate it. You know what I'm saying? And I try to work on it, but it's just that alter ego in me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm I'm good at thinking evil, and I
Mm-hmm.
hate it because I
Yeah.
know my attitude. So I don't want to be evil. I don't want to do something crazy off emotions. I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to. So that's why I don't really want to make no new friends. I don't want to meet nobody. I don't want like I don't want like people like y'all. Of course, y'all been to my house.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like people like nah. You ain't
That's
come to
okay.
my house.
It's okay to not want to meet new people, but I'm gonna say it like this though, bro. Some of the people that you are probably gonna cross paths with are people you probably need to meet. And that means that it's like something in you, you're gonna have to figure out your boundaries and you gotta be able to voice them. That way they know what the rules of engagement are. And if they do mess up, I've already told you. We've already talked
Yeah,
about this. We agree,
yeah,
So it's there are some quality people still out there, and like there are a lot of things that we don't know. You know what I'm saying? That
mm-hmm.
we need those connections. God created us for that, right? So you don't want to shut off your opportunity to meet people. But I understand
Not
what you're saying about like I'm
not
not trying to
just
find no new lifelongs.
yeah. I mean, I ain't saying not to meet new people. I mean, like if it's not benefit, because if I'm not benefiting you, let me give you an example.
Hmm.
If I'm in a relationship,
Hmm.
or man, I pursue you or whatever. If you can't learn nothing from me, if I can't teach you nothing
Yeah,
to better your life, I'm not the dude you need to be talking to.
not at all.
And vice versa.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
If you can't teach me nothing, you're not the female for me.
right.
Because I noticed something with dealing with different relationships. Uh Love is just a feeling.
It is.
And I noticed a person would say they love you, but over time, when y'all not together, that go away. So
Yeah.
that's why when somebody like love don't do nothing for me. I'm sorry. You can tell me you love me all day. I don't care about that.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like what you show me is what I care about.
That's it.
So you didn't told many of people before me you love me. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It is about the actions though.
yeah,
Like, but
I
I'm like that too.
I
It's
don't
like
care about you telling me you love me.
I don't
That
need
don't
no
mean nothing to
praise.
me.
I
Yeah,
don't want no praise.
yeah. I
I
ain't
just
the
want you to
first person you told that to.
I just want you to show up because I
Yeah,
think that especially when you think about childhood, like I'll say for me, like clearly my father wasn't there. So for me, when people show up for me, I appreciate that because that shows me that you actually do love me. 'Cause you can say it and then you don't express it.
you right, Trent. Because I look at it is even with my family. I feel like I'm the go-to all the time. So
Hmm.
I feel like whatever I go through, I g- I gotta show up for myself.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I have to. I feel like I gotta show up for myself. So it's like I'm sitting alone. That's the scariest thoughts I have.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's to the point I be thinking like, if something happened to me, who gonna take care of my kids, or who they gonna come to,
Yeah.
or you know what I'm saying? What about my grandbaby? You know, so it's like I can't trust nobody to take
Take care
on
of
my
it.
responsibility.
Yeah.
You know, so it's kind of like everybody come to me when something need to be done or when they need something.
Yeah.
But then too, I'm looking like cause I didn't struggle before. So it's like when I struggle, I just gotta go through it.
Right.
You know
Nobody
what I'm
here.
saying? Like
Nobody here.
I can't go to them because they come to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what do I do? You know what I'm saying? I just keep clawing and fighting. That's
Yeah.
how I feel. And it's like people don't understand, like people sit and think, because you got some people who just don't care. They just
They
live
don't.
day by day. You know
They
what I'm
don't
saying?
care.
Don't have no dreams, no goals, no nothing.
No
You know what I'm saying?
nothing.
They content with their life.
Yeah.
I'm not that type of person.
Yeah.
So, and I got responsibilities. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So it's like I didn't have my dad in my life. So, you know, I had my mama. So it was
Mhm.
to the point where I can't keep going to my mama. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So what do I do now? You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes if now it feel like I have to talk to my mom like, hey, like I'm her daddy or something.
Mm.
Like, hey, nah, you
We
tripping.
raising
You
them
know,
now.
yeah, that's what it feel like. You
We
know what I'm saying?
raising
Like
them.
she called me, can you come mama, like you want me to drop everything I'm doing.
To do it. Yeah.
But it also reminds me when I was a kid and I called her, she
Mhm.
gotta drop it. So it kind of like the roles reverse.
They have
You
reversed.
know, so I was like,
It's a part of it though, and I'm gonna say this too when it comes to like responsibility because I'm one of the family members that have to do a lot of stuff. All we can do is prepare well. Like
yeah,
you've already been doing what you're supposed to do financially. You know, we already know life insurance, all that kind of stuff.
yeah,
Prepare. All you can do is prepare well, and though your children, if they have kids, those kids are still their responsibility too.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like you've already set your kids up for while you're here. You know?
And you know, that's the hard part for me.
Yeah, that's not your responsibility. I mean, it is, but it's not. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
it's
saying?
not. It ain't. But like I said,
Mm-hmm.
it's the I like they I could say that ain't my nah them I'm not doing it, you know, and then you know I'm a softie, so it's kinda
Mm-hmm.
like then I see my grandbabies, I be like,
They go.
you know,
They gonna be like, "Thank you."
I'm gonna tell you a story. So one time my oldest we used to clash all the time, you
Mm-hmm.
know, clash bump heads, so cause she got a bad attitude, I got a bad one time I put out. I said, "Oh, you gotta go." She had my grandbaby.
Oh.
Oh, Trina, when I say everything in me, like, even though I knew she was going to her aunt's house, it was like that. That 2 days killed me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, cause I'm like, I'm used to waking up,
Hearing them.
hearing them, used to having them coming there wake me up. So it was kind of like,
Oh.
you know what I'm saying? Like, and I just gotta, you know, cause I would feel bad if something happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, after we just got to a even though, you know what I'm saying, you
You
20,
tripping.
20 something years old,
Mm-hmm.
you know, but at the same time, I still got to show you, like, hey, the rules apply to everybody, you know,
Everybody.
so,
Yeah.
uh,
That be the hardest thing,
yeah,
especially parenting. Like, I mean, y'all. I always say y'all that are parents. I be like, I'm clap it up for y'all
oh,
because
man.
that's the hardest job ever. Like, I get the luxury of being around people's kids, but I'm like, I get to send them back. Y'all have to do this 24/7, and I think that people need to give parents a better, like give them their props because it's not easy. You gonna make mistakes. But ultimately, what you do, like what they see you do every day, that consistency is what matters the most.
Yeah,
Because that we can see, like you said just a minute ago, you can say you love me, but like, how do you show up for me?
yeah.
Like that is always gonna supersede anything negative. Like they'll remember that.
So, okay, so, Jada live with her mom now.
Mhm.
So which is my daughter. My
Mhm.
other two is I just raised them since they were 7 and 8. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So
Yeah.
so I went through the teenage years with them. Jada started getting up in 18s. We started clashing heads,
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah.
and I'm just trying to. I couldn't figure it out because I'm like, man, this is all new to me. Like I
Mhm.
can't, And I used to always like, I'm the parent, and I had to take a step back because I kind of felt like I was losing all of them. You know what I'm saying? By trying to be strict on them, like with girls anyway. I'm like, I can't handle them like I would handle boys. That's how I
Yeah.
was doing. You know what I'm saying? And so it was kind of like, okay, let me take a step back. You know what I'm saying? Because as parents, you think I'm the parent. You supposed to do what I say.
Mhm.
I learned that that don't work. That don't work for.
Not in this era.
Yeah,
Not
not in this.
not with these
Yeah,
kids.
no,
Not with these
no.
not with these computer literate,
Yeah,
like on social media kids. It's not the same.
exactly. And I realized that I don't knock my mom for how she raised us
Mhm.
because so but now that I look back, I don't agree.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now it when I felt like I starting to lose, you know what I'm saying? Where they getting teenage, where Jada getting teenager,
Mhm.
it was to the point to where like, okay, you new to this.
Mhm.
So what you doing don't make you right as a parent. So I had to let her know like hey, I'm not perfect. Don't hold it against me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I'm wrong on something, come to me, but in a respectable way.
Mhm.
Come to me and let me know how you feel.
Yeah.
Let me process it. You know what I'm saying? But because I had to come to some type of common ground.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cause you will lose them quick as
Oh
teenagers.
yeah. Yeah.
And with me and her mom not being together, and she's with her mom most of the time. Yeah, she used to live, but she with her mom most of the time.
Mhm.
It's like, okay, you gonna kind of we're towards this side over here,
Mhm.
far as habits and you know what I'm
And she
saying?
with her all the time.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
when you come to my house, the rules are different,
Mhm.
you know, and that's what she'll, well, my mom let, hold on, this not your mom house.
It's not.
Live over here with your mom. Hey, what she do over there? Which that's still wrong to me,
Mhm.
far as what she let you do over there. No,
Mhm.
it should be one.
It should be one.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's so nowadays parents don't want to be honest when they co-parenting.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
you either have one parent bitter about something,
Mhm.
and then you have another parent who I'm just I'm just not finna deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whatever. So it's kind of a tricky situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I say that's one thing. I love my daughter. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Mhm.
But I would have waited
Mhm.
to have because it's very important who you have a child by.
It's
It
absolutely
is
important.
very important.
Mhm.
Like
Who you have a child with and who you marry is like
it
top of the
it
that's the
is
top of the food
very
chain.
important. Like
Yeah.
like we see in the crazy part, we see all the red flags in the beginning, but we ignore them.
Mhm.
Like we see all the red flags. Like,
Yeah.
man, we ain't supposed to be together. We ain't supposed to have no kids together. You know, but
Young and dumb.
the flesh takes over. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like, okay, older. Yeah, y'all might be having good sex. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
not mature enough.
To
Sex
realize.
don't mean nothing.
Yeah, to realize the impacts of that later.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know,
One
so
one thing though I do want to commend you on though is the fact that you went to her and said, if you feel some type of way, come to me. You said I'm new to this. That most men would never.
yeah,
When I say, and I'm just gonna say most men. I'm not even gonna say black men. Most men would never just like even give them that type of like
yeah.
layout.
I had to because I would I don't want my daughters. I don't want none of my kids to resent me. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
I'm not gonna be perfect. And I know I'm not, but I know it's some stuff I'm just not gonna go for. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like we just gonna have to disagree on it. And
We
I'm
are.
and you just gonna have to go with my saying sometime, you know,
You
and it
are.
is nothing wrong with it, you know. But let me show you I can respect you also, regardless if you're a kid or not, you know.
Yeah.
Uh, and like I said, I'm new to it. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm new to it. I don't know. Well, I'm just kind of going off how I was raised.
That right
You
there,
know what I'm saying?
that
So,
right there would get us all in trouble
yeah,
because let's just be honest, like our parents did the best they could do, and we are different breed
exactly.
of kids, so we didn't need that much attention because we were turnkey. You know, like we was at the house by ourselves all the time.
Hmm.
So our generation was very independent from the jump. 'Cause our mamas had to work.
Yeah,
So we would be gone when come back to the streetlights come on, like type of
yeah,
kids. This world is completely different. So I think it's important for parents to realize you do have to respect your kids. You do got to give them explanation. Tell them why. Because if you
yeah.
tell
I
them
don't.
why, they'll
Yeah,
understand.
I don't believe in it because I said so.
Yeah, nah.
I used to, like I said, because that's how I was raised.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I said so.
Yeah,
But
that's how we
no,
were raised.
you tell them, hey, and I noticed something, and it's crazy because my grandbabies, they get on my nerves. They ask me 50 million. So, like when I was leaving out today,
Hmm.
uh, my youngest grandbaby, Naylani, she was like, I call her
Late
Bug.
Lonnie.
I call her Bug. She was like, Papa, where you going? I say, do an interview. Uh, what's an interview?
Oh.
Where you talk to people like you talking to me.
Hmm.
Where is it? So it's like a question after question, and I can't just ignore them. I feel like I have to answer them for them
Hmm.
to learn. And me just telling them, stop asking me questions or nah, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Not
So
realistic.
yeah, it's not
It's
realistic.
not
So
realistic.
anytime I'm telling you no, I'm finna tell you why I'm telling you no. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? I'm not just finna make you feel like, oh, you just telling me no because you the parent. You
Yeah.
know, now I'm finna tell you why. My thought process on it. You know, prime example, Jada, she in high school. So
Mm. Ooh, child.
it's the boys now. So yeah, and you man,
Ooh, child.
it's working me.
She
I ain't gonna lie,
and
it's
she
getting the
cute
best.
too. She a cute girl.
It's getting the best of me. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
So one day I'm in the kitchen, you know, and she just out of nowhere just come out of her room, walk up to me. She's like, Dad,
Dad.
uh, I'm me and my friend going to Starbucks to have a coffee date. So I'm still in the kitchen. You and your friend, yeah, he's gonna pick me up tomorrow.
Is he now?
Now remind you, okay, she did go to school out here when she stayed with me. But
Mhm.
remind you, they live in Carrollton.
Mm,
So
that's far.
okay. So I'm like, pick you up. I'm like, and then you come tell me. So I say, I ain't even look at him. I just said, who you think you talking to? And she was like, what?
I didn't even
We
look at
just
her.
going for I say, no, you're not. She was like, but I already talked to my mom about. I say, who asked you at? I say, but you not going. She was like, but my mom know that. I say, I don't know. I never met him. You come telling me somebody picking you up. I say, you gonna be mad at me, but I'm finna tell you why.
Mhm.
I said, let's make this clear first. For one, when you in my custody, your mom can't tell you nothing that you can do over here.
Yeah.
I say another thing. I don't know this person.
Mm-hmm.
They pick you up. Something happened to you. The first thing's gonna come out. Oh, she was with her dad.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
no, it's not gonna go like that. I say it'd have been different if you came to me and said, "Hey, daddy, you think my friend can come over and we can sit in the backyard or we can sit in the living room watching movie?" You know what I'm saying? Anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then I could kind of,
Because you can watch them.
and
Yeah.
and kind of get the feel of them. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I say that would have been different, but to just tell me somebody if you pick you, no, that ain't happening.
You don't want nobody come to your house like that either. Like
Exactly.
even if they, I think it's crazy, like in this age, how people just so free to be so like my location,
Nah,
my house, my like people be quick to give people an address. And I'll be like, no, I ain't dropping no addy nowhere. Like, what
no.
we doing? That's wild to me because in my head I always say, you're not supposed to know where nobody that means something to me lives. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's crazy? My better child. She stay with her boyfriend now.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wouldn't like I tell them like
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to meet nobody
Yep.
that cause I'm not for meeting the different dudes. I'm not
Yep.
that no, everybody I don't want everybody having access to me.
Not at all.
When you know you serious about a dude and y'all grown.
Yeah.
26, 25. So when you know you serious about okay, cool.
Yeah.
But don't come in it. Now you can let me know, hey, this who I'm gonna be with. You know what I'm saying? That way I know if something
Mm-hmm.
happen,
Mm-hmm.
I can, you know what I'm saying? So she would always joke, uh, yeah, my friend's gonna come over and I'm like, oh, okay. You wanna meet him? No.
Mm-mm.
Why? Because, I know at y'all in y'all 20s.
And
You know what I'm saying? Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all having fun. And my middle one, she was a party. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, no. You know what I'm saying? So
CBZ said no.
so one day me and my wife had this big argument because I was at work
Mm-hmm.
and she let him come over. And that's a no-no for me. Even though
Yeah.
my wife was there, but it's a no-no for me. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I ain't there. I ain't no dude coming up in there.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like no. So man, my wife had a big argument. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So uh after that, it was a no. So she she was talking to him for about 3 years before I finally like, okay.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying? And that was when she was like, oh, I'm gonna move in. We gonna move in together. Okay, cool. You know
Now
what
we
I'm
can
saying?
be, yeah.
Yeah, so and but he's well, I don't want to get his nationality, but he a Mexican to me. You know what I'm saying? I always say everybody Mexican. Some Mexicans say, oh, I'm Hispanic, but you know what I'm saying? But he's a Mexican. He's a cool dude.
That's good.
And at first, and I'm not gonna lie, at first I was against it, when she told me. You know what I'm saying? And I sat down and had a talk with her, and she was like, this is exactly what she told me. She say, no, not this have nothing to do with you. But I don't want to date a black guy. I say, why? And I took it to heart. You know what I'm saying? I kind of took it to heart. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, no, it don't have nothing to do with you. It's just because she was like, you older. She was like, I'm saying my age, she was like, it just seemed like they all disrespectful. This is what she telling me, and I'm like, she was like, they don't know how to approach you. They hey and she was like, they don't know how to be mannerable to women. This is what she telling me. So I'm like, and in my mind, I know she right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
She's absolutely correct.
But I'm telling, and at the same time, I have to defend the ones that
are.
are.
Yeah,
You know what
there
I'm
are some
saying?
that are, yeah.
But if you really not running across them, you know what I'm saying? It's,
Yeah.
you know, so I had to realize, because I had to realize, like, somebody else who's not black treating her right, how
Mhm.
she's supposed to be treated. I'm all for it.
Gotta be. You have to be.
Because she was, when I say she stays in my pocket, where she used to.
Mhm.
She sometimes do, say here and there now. But since she been with him, she managed her money. You know what I'm saying?
You see growth.
He's good. He's good at credit building. She still has a car. She went and got a realtor's license. She was progress. She's progressive.
She's growing.
They have cars. I don't want to say. I can't think. I want to say, you know, like the Turo website, they have cars, Teslas, Mercedes. So I'm looking at her like, you made a good decision.
She made a good
You know what I'm
decision.
saying?
Yeah.
You made a good decision. And my thing is, anytime summer, she always call me. Even though I see her name pop up, oh, what she want. You know, but the fact that she called me for advice all the time, it mean a lot, you know.
It should.
And knowing that, because I was kind of weary because she was a partier.
Yeah.
So knowing that she made the right decision, you know, for us, who she placed in her life, it mean a lot to me, you know.
Yeah.
Especially knowing she's not biologically mine, but I raised her since she was from 7 up, you know what I'm saying? And she didn't have her father in her life, so it was kind of like, okay, you know what I'm saying?
She saw it though. She saw it. You know?
It was like, it was a proud moment for me, you know. So I can respect that, you know what I'm saying, for us, because I start to realize myself, Trim, when I was like against, like, you don't want no black man, you know what I'm saying? I start to realize, I sit back and think, like, now to this day, and I hate it. Like, I have to side eye my own people first. You know what I'm saying? It's like I kind of, which I don't want to, I kind of grow a hate for black people because of how they act. You know what I'm saying? Because of the pick and choose stuff that they want to take on and then don't want to take on, who they want to support, you know what I'm saying? You can support wrong, and then, because
that's a people problem though.
It is a people problem.
But
I'm
we just around.
I'm going off my I can't go off no other race.
Yeah.
I have to go off my race. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know this race. You know, and that's like, I'm not fit or never. This just me. I love you to death, Trina. If you go out and commit a crime that harm somebody, that physically harm somebody, I'm not saying free Trina.
Not at all.
I'm not. And I love you to death.
And you should.
I'm not. And I don't want nobody to do it for me.
Nope.
Unless it's in self-defense.
Yeah, unless it's in self-defense.
Unless it's in self-defense. Other than that, if you going out harming people, I'm not finna say free, and that's the contradict. You know, people contradict themselves when they pick and choose when they want to support and when they want to be stand for something.
Yeah.
You know,
the goalpost is always moved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stand for it all through.
It needs
right
to be
or
a
wrong.
standard. Yeah. It needs to be a standard.
I kind of, you know, at first I was against, you know, her dating outside, but now it's like, I look at my people and I be like, dang, like,
it's hard, bro.
It's hard.
It's
You know what I'm saying? And I look back and I be like, oh, I'm so glad I grew out of that childish mentality, like the crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? That we used to do, not you, but you know the fellas. We used to do when we was younger. Like it was like,
What would you say was the thing that helped you grow out of it though? Because that's something I feel like a lot of people struggle with trying to figure it out. Like, how do you feel like you were able to do that?
uh, for one, you got to know you want more out of life. You
Facts.
know, of course, my daughter, of course, but you know, some people they don't really care. You know what I'm saying? They, but me knowing I wanted more, like I didn't want to struggle my whole life.
Yeah,
Cause it's not a good feeling.
it's not.
It's not a good feeling.
It's not.
Uh, I and then my mom kind of put some fear in me. Uh, so one time I got to my stepdad and she put me out in high school.
Mm-hmm.
I went and stayed with my granny. And it just wasn't the same.
Mm-hmm.
The living situation. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Uh, and the even though I was raised with my granny and Polly, and it just wasn't the same feeling.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I always knew like I wanted more in life. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like, uh, everybody always said, "Boy, you look just like your daddy." When my attitude come out, "Boy, that's your daddy in you." I wanted to, I wanted to get as far away from that as possible.
Lord Jesus.
And my daddy, he did his first. He did 19 years the first time.
Wow.
Got out, then turned back around, did 10 more. So it was kind of like I wanted to show people like, man, you can't judge me off somebody else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I
Yeah.
got a bad attitude, but don't try to put that on my life before my life even begins.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
in my mind, I always knew like I'ma show them. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? Like I'ma show them. I ain't that.
Yeah.
So I always had in my mind, I just didn't know how I was gonna get to that point.
Mm-hmm.
But far as responsibilities, my mom taught me that at an early age. So it was that, and I give credit to it, that's how I knew like I wanted to I wanted better. I wanted to change. You know what I'm saying? Of course I wanted to act out with my homeboys and you know, and do different stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I had older cousins, and they they was in the street life. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, but we was all from the hood. They,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? But they was in the street like at a young age, and so they jail. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want that for myself. You know what I'm saying? And so I knew like I knew for a fact like my life got to get better.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I felt it. I like still to this day. I feel like, man, you ain't even done yet. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Just getting started.
yeah, you just getting started. You just
Yeah.
got to remove some people. You just got to remove some stuff. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, and it's me. And sometimes I be fighting against God. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? But he win the fight every time. He
Yeah.
win it. I
He
swear
go
he
with
win.
it. He go with it. You might
And
as well
so,
surrender. You might as well go
yeah.
surrender.
So I just knew at an early age already. I just didn't know how. I just knew I had to stay in the lane God put me in.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the times people see other people image and it ain't what it really is.
That's facts.
And some people try to jump in their lane and that lane got a dead road. You know what I'm saying? That lane ain't
Yeah.
even finished being built. You
At
know what I'm
all.
saying? So I just had to stay in my lane. You know what I'm saying? So I knew it. And another what else made me where I end up going to jail. Uh, my mama said she want to get me out. So I sit in there and I got out. I didn't have no job, but the day I got out, I came to the house. My mama said, "Her, this number called you. This lady from Walmart called you. Call her back."
Mm-hmm.
I called her back. She was like, "Oh, you still interested in the job?" Like, yeah. Say, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I wasn't going back to jail.
Nah.
I mean, I went back, but for tickets and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That time I had went for assault, but
I went back.
yeah. Being dumb and young, fresh out of high school. So I took that job and I noticed I was always good at every job I got. You know what I'm saying? Like every job I got, it was never nothing for me. Like I might have questioned it, like, man, do I really want to work? But
Mm-hmm.
it every job I got, I always did something higher at the job.
Mm-hmm.
So I took the job, in Walmart, and it wasn't a good. I mean, it's a good job. Back then, it wasn't no good job. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying?
It was
It
put
would,
money in your pocket.
yeah, it would put money in my pocket.
True.
And I just was like, this was gonna keep me out of trouble,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yep.
And it did that. So it opened the door for me to see a bigger picture.
You are always at work too. We used to come visit Defeasy while he was at work.
Yeah, it opened the door. Even though I'm working at night shift, so it just was like, okay, I just got to know what my next move is.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know how to pray at first. So as I'm at Walmart and as I'm trying to get out on my own, like I say, they weren't paying me nothing. So of course rent was cheaper back then. So
It was beautiful.
yeah. So they weren't paying me nothing. So I'm trying to work my way, you know what I'm saying? Trying to like, man, I want this, I want that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I always wanted nice stuff. And I don't want to be like, oh, materialistic. No, I want more. I mean,
Everybody wants
yeah,
some
you know
more
what
in
I'm
their
saying?
life.
So I just like, oh, I want this, I want that. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, I say, but this ain't gonna cut it for me.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I was content at first because when I was stocking at Walmart, I got so good, like I can do that and I can
Mm-hmm.
time myself. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Okay, I want to be finished at 2:00 and then see if they'll let me go home. You know what I'm saying? If they make me mad, I'm gonna take all night over here. So I started knowing how to time myself. And then when I started seeing like the big people, like, Derek, what you think about doing this position?
Mm-hmm.
I used to always turn them down, like, no, I don't want to do that. I was really scared though,
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah.
I'm fresh out of high. I don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to manage people. You know what I'm saying? My attitude bad. You say something wrong to me. So it was like I was always turning them down. No, no, no. Finally, I came across two women.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Miss Tammy and Miss Sherry. And Miss Sherry, she's from the South Side. I want to say, or some. So but she's Billy Ray Maddox's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
She was up there.
Yeah, that's big deal.
Yeah, so she was one of the big bosses at Walmart. So
Yeah.
and Miss Tammy was too. And they used to stay on me about it. And so I was just like, all right, cool, I do it. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? So Miss Tammy ended up taking me with her to another store.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and pay shot up. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? So it was like, oh, so cool. So then I ended up going back where I came from. Miss Tammy had went out on leave, and it was just too many, and it was a new store, so it was too many people. So I ended up going back, and so of course I ended up losing money going back, But to say that, I was still trying to find my way because I knew I didn't want to do that, all my life. Even though I tell people all the time, Walmart is the easiest job a person can have.
Yeah.
Like, only thing is the people, and you don't really have to deal with the people. Tell them where the stuff at and go on about your business. You know what I'm saying?
They
Like,
don't be wanting to do that
it's
though.
easy.
We be like,
And
"Where's the noodles?"
and
Aisle 3.
yeah, and I'm gonna get back on stuff. But nowadays, I tell people, Walmart pay more than a lot of these jobs that people go to.
They sure do.
Walmart got insurance. I tell people all the time. I tell young people all the time, go overnight work for Walmart. I want to say, if I'm not mistaken, uh, they start out at $18, $19. But go work at Walmart overnight. It's the easiest job. It's easy.
Yeah.
It's easy.
Yeah.
Show up for work. That's it. It's easy.
And listen.
Yeah, and listen.
And
You gonna have health insurance, all that.
Mm-hmm.
You can, and it's easy to work your way up though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's why when I hear people talk about Walmart, I be like, they probably make the same thing as you, or
with less time.
Yeah, so when I started Walmart, that's when I knew like I wanted more because I didn't want to be there, at all my life.
Yeah.
Of course. And it seemed like all women give me the chance first. It seemed like I know I always know when something is for me. When, and it's crazy, when a woman is involved, I always move to the next level in my life. And that's my experience.
Yeah.
I don't know nobody else's experience, but that's my experience. And so every step that I done took in life on doing something, it's always been a woman involved. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I say that to say to dudes. I say that to it's vice versa. Every woman ain't a bad woman. Every man ain't a bad. We have habits. We have flaws. Everybody have it. You know what I'm saying? But a woman can take you somewhere you will never think you could go.
That's true.
You'll never think you can go.
That's true.
So when I started Walmart, that's when I knew like I wanted more.
I'm glad you listened
fresh out
too.
of high school.
I'm glad you listened.
Yeah. So and I prayed to leave Walmart also. I praise God like, man, God, it's it for me. When I started when I really, because I didn't know how to pray at first. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know how to talk to God at first.
Just like you talking to me.
Yeah. So when I knew like it was just time for me to leave Walmart. I had my daughter, me and my baby mom went together, and we young, we used to bump heads, like it's come my turn to pick my daughter up from daycare. Her daycare wasn't released without a car seat.
Lord Jesus.
She'll be mad at me that day and want to leave the car seat. I done drove way out to Dallas and I ain't got, so and then so I would have to go find a Walmart, go get, you know what I'm saying? And not the bad show because I wouldn't, I'd be acting crazy too. So, but the time where I knew like I had to leave Walmart was we had a argument. I'm being honest with her, but she thinking I'm just, playing. I'm being honest with her. I'm like, man, I said I can't come get her today. Can you bring her to me? You know what I'm saying? no, I can't bring her to you. You know what I'm saying? You know, of course, we ain't getting along. And I'm like, well, I can't come get her. I don't have no money. I don't have no gas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And of course, she made me feel bad by not coming to get my daughter.
Yeah.
So I scraped up some change I found, and you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I ain't making it this time. I wasn't even manager at Walmart, but I'm scraping up change, trying to, you know what I'm saying? So I don't want to call nobody because I don't want to feel embarrassed or ashamed. So I'm scraping up change, try to put in the gas tank to make
Yeah.
it to Dallas.
Yeah.
I make it there. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, cool. I made it. I could have probably made it back, but traffic,
Uh
5 o'clock traffic on 360.
I hate
So,
traffic.
so she wouldn't bring it to me. So I scrambled up some change and I put in my tank in. I get out there. Coming back, it's traffic. And it's getting darker. My light come on. Run out of gas on 360.
Lord Jesus.
So I'm sitting there on the side. First, I got my hazard lights on.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm sitting there. I think for the first time I felt uh, defeated,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
defeated, especially, my daughter in the backseat, I felt defeated, like, and I couldn't do, I turned and looked at her. She, which I think Jada was like 3,
Mm-hmm.
maybe 2, somewhere around there. And she just smiling, and I couldn't do no, I just broke down crying because I felt like I couldn't provide how I wanted to,
Yeah.
and I'm just sitting on 360, out of gas, crying. Guess what? And I wish I could remember this woman's name. Let the police pull up behind, cut the lights on. I'm already on the fence with the police anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And so she come up, it's a woman. She
Mm-hmm.
come knock on my window. You all right, sir? Like, no, I said I ran out of gas. So she looking at my daughter, she speaking. She like, oh, you right? Okay, well, let me help you. Um, so she goes to the gas station, get some gas. Cause I had like a little can in my what's her name.
Mm-hmm.
And so she go up there and get the gas, It probably wasn't whole number, probably like $6, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So she fill it up. I'm sitting there. Go in her wallet and give me $150. I'm looking like, and I don't want to take it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't, nah, I just need to make it home. She was like, nah, you're all right, cause she asked me, she's like, where I'm coming from. I was like, I was just trying to pick up my daughter, from Dallas, and
Mm-hmm.
so she gave it to me, and so I was like, no, I don't. She was like, nah, you gotta take it,
You gotta take it.
and right then and there, it was like I gotta do something.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like that feeling, like
Yeah.
that feeling, and me being young at that age, that feeling it was like it crushed me, like. Even though I was young, even I had a job, but I was like, this ain't enough.
Mm-hmm.
Job just ain't enough for me,
Yeah.
So that was a big turning point on, like, I never wanted to feel like that again. So that's where the turning point came for me.
Look at how God blessed you though. Like I think that a lot of times people don't want to accept help when God is giving it to us, but we need those moments because then that reminds us that He's real.
Yeah.
You know, so like the fact that she could have just passed by.
Yeah, she could have.
It's just amazing how He's like, I'm gonna send help. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And like He
Yeah, she
soften
could
your heart a
have.
little bit to make you receive it. But I love that you received it in that moment and you still remember it to this day.
Yeah, I
See what I'm saying?
remember
It's
it. And I
impactful.
hate, I just hate, I can't remember her name.
Yeah,
I can't remember. I just know she worked for Arlington Police Department.
yeah.
And I hate, I can't remember her name. But yeah, she came through for me.
The crazy thing is, she probably was an angel. She probably not even a person that she's probably not even a person that's here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's probably why you can't remember her name.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
So and like I say, every time I'm at my lowest, a woman come through for me.
Yeah.
Even my wife. I'm not perfect. Oh, I'm not perfect. Ooh,
He
when
said,
I
"Ooh."
ask, oh, I swear I'm not. I ain't gonna lie. And God, she got a strong. She's strong.
Mm-hmm.
She's a strong woman. Cause we had a conversation and we have bad turns, bad day. I know one time I asked her, "Did you think we were gonna be together?" And she looked at me. It's like, no.
Glad she honest.
She said no. I said, I'm saying because I'm man. She looked at me. She said, "You hell."
Mm.
She said, "Not really." She said, "But you are stubborn, and I know I am. I know I am.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I know." I know I'm not the perfect husband because I know sometimes I don't admit when I'm wrong. You know, I try to stand my ground, knowing, like,
Knowing.
you know what I'm saying? Knowing, I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, course, I'm younger, so when I go out and have a good time, I come in the house at 4 in the morning. Oh, she looking at me,
Mm-hmm.
and everything in me just kind of just feel crushed, even though I'm just like having fun,
Mm-hmm.
like, but it's a respect thing,
Mm-hmm.
So and I go back and forth. I'm grown. I'm a man. I'm grown. You can't tell, but shoot on the foot. She know I'm flipping tables.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
So it's kind of she's strong and she and sometimes I feel guilty, like not saying she perfect, you know what I'm saying? Let me clear that. Yeah, I ain't. Yeah, we ain't fit up.
She perfect.
Yeah, of course, but nah. But I'm just saying,
He told me, let me make it clear.
Yeah, yeah, we gonna make this clear. Nah, but
That's
so it goes back to when I say it's always a woman to help me get to my nigga. So when I decide to leave Walmart, I pray for God, like, God, I should be a better provider for my girls. Opportunity come,
Mm-hmm.
get hired by the railroad controls. Man, they had me stationed in Chicago, North Dakota, Wisconsin. I'm like, oh no.
They will make you go places.
I'm like, oh no.
That's for somebody who don't have no family.
So Walmart, of course, they were really, they like, oh, there you. Because I didn't go to work for 2 weeks at Walmart. And they were like, you still got your job? So I'm like, man.
We're not firing you. You still got your
Yeah.
job.
So I'm like, man. So boom. I'm like, man, Walmart just can't do it for me. But soon as I'm like, oh, I gotta go back to Walmart. Boom. My job I got now called. So I'm like, it's it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I prayed for this. I prayed for this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I prayed for it. But it was some hurdles I had to jump through when I got there. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
So one of the hurdles was I'm thinking, oh, I'm finna go in there. I'm finna get this money.
We good.
Ooh, we good. Man, got an orientation. I mean, I got there, did my interview. Yeah, we gonna start you out. You gonna be a temp. And I'm like, okay, temp, cool. I'm still, coming to work every day, get hired on permanent. That's what I'm thinking. Get hired on permanent. So I done took the job and started orientation. Now I ain't been back in Walmart in 3 weeks now. So they call, I ain't answering. I ain't gonna. So boom, of course they had to take me out the system. So now I'm in orientation at my job. They hit me. you're gonna be a temp, you know what I'm saying, with the progression of getting high permanent, you know. So I'm thinking, okay, cool, just come to work every day. We work 6 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
But you're gonna work 3 days.
3.
Now another thing.
Not enough money.
I took less. So at Walmart, I'm already at $20 at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just stocking. I took less money. $5 less to go work 3 days a week.
No, thank you. That's a lot. It's worth it, but at the
But
same time,
I had to do it now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is what I asked God. I literally prayed for this job.
Yeah.
I asked God for this job.
Yeah.
Now, okay, here go your opportunity. This
Mhm.
is what you asked me for.
Yep.
You know, I ain't say how you was gonna get it, but this is exactly what you asked for, and I'm giving it to you.
It's always a backside to the blessing.
I asked him for the railroad control job. I didn't want that.
Mm-hmm.
I asked him for this job. Okay, here. You don't want this? Here. Now it's like, dang.
That process be real.
I'm like, man. And I got to think, like, I asked God for this. Man. So I'm like, 3 days. My house, my bill. I'm like, man, how I'm going to survive off this?
That's tough.
So I go orientation over that week, that Friday. They tell us. So I go home. I tell my wife, I said, what's wrong with you? I said, man, I'm sitting in the living room, head down on the computer stand, like. So she walk over, she's like, what's wrong? I say, man, they saying we gotta start off with 3 days.
That's crazy.
I say, I don't know what to do. She looked at me, she said, whatever you decide to do, I'm with you. And I said, well, I have to do it now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I went in. That first week I worked 3 days. And then I seen that check. I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm looking for temporary job now, other temp job now, like to cover the days I don't have. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
next week come, I'm working. So supervisor come to me. He was like, can you work 6 days? I was like, yeah.
So can.
They gave me 6 days, man. I'm like, man, but I'm still taking less money. But I'm like, okay, I can manage this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I did that. Well, yeah, I did that. After that, for like 4.5 years, I finally got hired on perm.
Wow.
So I had to stay down. And
4.5 years.
And that's the job. And the crazy part, when I was a temp, I had ended up getting hired on at Union Pacific.
Mm-hmm.
So me and my mouth, I prayed and asked God for that job. But just so happened, at that time, my daughter was coming to live with me.
Mm-hmm.
I prayed and asked God for my daughter to come live with me.
Yeah.
So now he giving me 2 things I done prayed for. Now, what you gonna do?
You gotta manage it.
So I had to, with my wife working, and I can't leave my daughter as her responsibility, because on the railroad you work over the road. You know? So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm like, oh, I'll get this railroad. I say, I'm finna leave this job and go to this railroad. It's permanent too.
Yeah.
Boom. My daughter got to come live with me. So I'm like, just got to turn it down. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, maybe it just wasn't meant. You know what I'm saying?
That's a faith move, though, bro. That's a faith move, because, of course, it's easy to choose the money. You can't chase the bag all the time. Like, I think people chase money all the time and then end up depleted every time. Like, it has to have more of a meaning. It has to mean more.
Mm-hmm.
It can't just be money.
Yeah, so, I mean, like I said, every time I done progressed in life, a woman has been somewhere involved in it, you know. So,
You didn't tell them where you met your wife at though.
Walmart.
Walmart, look here. Walmart need to give y'all a gift for anniversary.
Yeah, she and the crazy part, she moved up. I moved up first, and then she moved up, and then she just kept moving up. Like
Mhm.
she, like and like now she's up for another high position. And she don't really want to take it. You know, she kind of content now. You know,
Mhm. She found her spot.
yeah, and
Yeah.
and you know, and I and she came. She asked me, "What you think?" I was like, man, you been moving up. You know what you doing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like these people, like these people, like run multiple Walmarts. Come like market people. Like
Mhm.
a call her while we at home. Oh, you wanna? You know they get
They
to
trying to get
talking to her like they've just been knowing her. Like they've been trying to get her to, and finally just well, a few days ago, she was like, "What you think?" I was like, "Not you know what you're doing. You know
you
what I'm saying?
do.
So why not just go and take another food?" I say it ain't gonna hurt. You already know it.
And
You know what I'm
you
saying?
know
So
this
what's the
business.
difference? I say you know what you're doing. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like I kind of gave a rundown. I say you ask God for stuff, but you know what I'm saying? Like he can give you ask for whatever.
Mhm.
Okay, you ask for this stuff. Okay, I need to put you in this position. I'm gonna give you the opportunity
Mhm.
to go get it.
Yeah.
So this whatever you've been praying, asking God for, this is your opportunity to go get it.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta work for it. It ain't just gonna be given to you how you prayed for
It's
it.
definitely
You know
not
what I'm saying? Sometimes you gonna have to put some work in with it.
all the time.
Yeah. So so she was like, yeah, I didn't look at it like that. You know, I was like, yeah, I was like, you know, why not? Why hold yourself back? I said, I understand you already makes make some money, but why not keep going up the ladder? You know what
Especially
I'm
if it's a
saying?
new challenge too, because at
Yeah,
some point you're gonna get stagnant in that.
yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be you're gonna be tired of that at some point.
But uh, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what she gonna do, but that was just my advice to her. But yeah, we met at Walmart. Uh,
That's crazy. That's a crazy story.
she it's crazy, and it's crazy how so I went to school with her little sister.
Mhm.
Her little sister used to go with my cousin back in
Mm.
school, but I didn't know they were sisters.
Yeah.
So I used to pursue her. You know what I'm saying? She,
Mhm.
you know, she always brushed me off. You know what I'm saying?
She said, "Go now."
So one day, back then she was a stocker, I was a stocker.
Mhm.
She was in the back stocking some milk. And so I was walking past. It's almost time to go. I'm walking past. So she was like, they call me Little Derrick. Hey, Little Derrick, come here. Push this milk over. So me, being flirtatious, so you gotta suck on my bottom lip for you. So I got the door open. She in the cooler, and I say you gotta suck on my bottom lip, and she
Lord
like,
Jesus.
boy, push this milk up. So I stick my head through like the little thing, and she did it.
She did it.
You know,
He said that she did it.
well, because she had a older Mexican woman friend named Miss Betty. She reminded me of the lady out Friday.
Mhm.
That's exactly how she acted. That's exactly how she acted.
The
And
next door neighbor.
yes, that's exactly how she acted. And so she look there. My friend really likes you. She just playing hard. I'm like, man,
She be tripping.
yeah. So she did that, and it threw me off like completely. So I was stunned for a minute. I closed that door, man. I walked around to that thing. I opened that freezer door where she was at, closed it. I just started kissing her.
And the rest is history.
And I walked out, and I didn't even have a phone number at the time. Oh, and then I walked out, and then the next day, the Mexican woman ended up giving me her number.
She just gave it to you.
Yeah.
She probably told her to give it to her.
Yeah, probably so. And then it went from there, and then so she did break my heart though. So we talked, we went out, talked, but we wasn't because I was fresh off the breakup with my, so so she was fresh off a breakup too. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like we both fresh off a breakup.
Yeah, so just out here.
So, but I don't do the double back. You know what I'm saying? Not for us getting in a relationship. Nah, we mess around. But for us getting back in, I don't do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, which I knew, you know what I'm saying? But me being young, then dealing with somebody older, they end up trying to work it out. I was crushed.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I was crushed. She didn't tell me.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying? She didn't tell me.
She's like, he ain't playing. He ain't serious.
She didn't tell me, me being young, I'm like, I got this older chick spending out at my house. Because she was, at the time, she was 32. I'm 22. I was 21. And I'm like, she 30. She spending out. Yeah. So, but, she ain't my girl. You know what I'm saying? We just hanging out. You know what I'm saying? Bypass the time. But me getting my feelings, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then I text, hey, I respond to my text. I call. For my call. What the?
No, man.
And then the crazy part was that I couldn't see her at work because she was on leave because she had surgery. So she was out.
Oh, she had the perfect time.
Yeah.
The perfect time.
So I'm like, man, what's up? You know what I'm saying? I wasn't finna just pop up at her house.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like,
a crazy person.
Yeah, I'm like, man, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out what's going on. So I don't know. I ain't hear from her till when she got back. Nope, I take that back. She was still out on surgery, and the dude got back together. She finally texted and told me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
After some weeks, and so I'm mad in the morning.
Like, what you doing?
Yeah, but I ain't. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't get mad because
she didn't belong.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It wasn't no. So and I'm just young, you know what I'm saying? I'm dealing, it's my first older chick I'm dealing. So, then, which was cool, you know what I'm saying? Got back. And, so, like, she just, like, cut ties with me all together. You know what I'm saying?
Had to.
Like, like, this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, which I can respect it. As, you know what I'm saying? My feelings didn't like it. But I can respect it. Like, okay, she is a rap. You know what I'm saying? So whatever happened with them, it didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? Within a month. You know what I'm saying?
The emphasis though, within a month. He had to make sure he said that.
So
that's funny.
She called me out of nowhere. I was at a barbecue. She called me out of nowhere. And talking like, what you doing? I was like, what you kind of, small talking, so she was like, you at the barbecue, I'll call you back later. I'm thinking she ain't call me back. I ain't been talking to her. So boom, she called me back that night. So we talking. She finally hit me with it. That day want to go. So she said, that boy, I'm laid on my couch.
I'm in there.
I got real comfortable. I kicked my mind. I got real comfortable. Okay, let's see. So so then, we got back talking, whatever, and then it kind of I turned 22 that summer. Then it kind of just went from there,
It meant to be though, cause That's meant to be. Cause look, you have to look same thing, the same excuse me, same pattern had to go through a process
Yeah.
to get to the prize.
Yeah.
He had to go through that process real quick because she went what they say spin the block. She spent the block.
And you know, at the time, you know, I was, you know, cause my baby mama left me.
Yeah.
So I was depressed. You know what I'm saying? Because I was with her for 4 years and uh, you know, I'm thinking I'm doing everything a man's supposed to do. Far as uh go to work, you know, come home, take care of the house, you know, she didn't work, you know what I'm saying? I just told her, hey, just go on, go to school, finish school, you know what I'm saying? Like I got everything else. So I'm working, you know what I'm saying, working overtime, you know what I'm saying? So I'm working night shift, so I'm coming home, going to sleep, you know, like I'm tired, you know what I'm saying? My daughter, you know, she everywhere, you know, don't
Yeah.
want to go to sleep when you wanted to, you know what I'm saying? So it was kind of like, so
Trying to balance all of that.
yeah,
That's crazy.
and then I get this apartment, you know, cause she was saying, you know, she didn't want to be at her mama house no more. So I get this apartment, you know what I'm saying? Then closer to the school, TCC, I like just go to school, you know what I'm saying? I take her the bills. I will, you know, I would buy her clothes. Like I heard, go get you some clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so like literally I was doing everything. You know what I'm saying? I taught her how to drive, all it. So I'm thinking like this what a man supposed to do. This what a man supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? To be hit with a month after staying in the apartment, not even a month. 3 weeks after staying in the apartment, it was I'm homesick. And I'm like,
Homesick.
what you mean? So she wanted to go back to her mama. So I'm like, damn, I'm stuck with this apartment now. When I could have listened to my mom and be like, hey, you know, stay here, save some money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
but me, I'm like, man, I done had a child. I need to, you know, get on my
Take care of your business.
yeah. So
Yeah.
she hit me with that. I'm like, you know, I'm like, all right, cool. So she go back home. Now I'm really sick because I'm since she had my daughter, I'm with my daughter every day now.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like she moved back to Dallas. I'm originally here. So I'm like, man. So now it's become every day I'm trying to drive from East Chase Walmart to Richland Hills.
Jesus.
To that. So just, you know, because I'm used to seeing my daughter every day.
Yeah.
And then so when she moved back home, you know what I'm saying? So now she took everything. So now I'm, you know, because she need a bed for her and my daughter. So now I'm sleeping on the floor. So
She didn't have a bed in her
I
mama.
had a couch and we took her bed from the mama house.
Oh, okay.
I left my bed at my mama house. So then she tells so after she moved back, she goes, you know what I'm saying? So we still together, cause you know, we still, you know what I'm saying? We still going, you know, at the east. So and now remind you, I'm driving, pick her up when the school right 5 minutes from my house. Driving from Irving all the way, and then go home, try to get some sleep with my daughter, get up, go pick her back up, take them back to my. So I'm trying to do all that. So
that's too much.
Finally, that weekend comes. She was back home about a week, and I'm sitting there playing with my daughter. She come handed me the house keys and the extra spare keys to my car. So I'm like, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't. Oh, we need some space. So I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? So I'm crushed on the inside, really. You know what I'm saying? So, cause in my mind, I'm like, damn, what am I? You know what I'm saying? Now I'm second guessing myself. You know what I'm saying? As a man, like, man, like I thought this is what I'm supposed to be doing, you know, providing. making sure, you know what I'm saying? So, okay, cool, whatever. So now I'm really kind of depressed because it's like I'm not seeing my daughter every day now.
Mm-hmm.
And I still was picking, even after that, I'm taking up,
Still providing.
getting her, bringing her to school, taking her back. You know, I'm still doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because I, when I was younger, I didn't have the mom and daddy relationship. So that's what I wanted. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so I was like, I'm gonna just, that's what I want. So
Mm-hmm.
this is what I'm gonna do to make. So okay, cool. We ain't get back together, and so I'm really depressed, like, cause which she moved on. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm depressed, like, man. Cause I really, y'all stopped seeing me for a minute. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, damn, I cut everybody out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Trying to be this provider, trying to do what the world say a man's supposed to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look, that ain't, I would never do that again.
And you should.
I would never do that again.
You
I
can't do that.
promise you I would never do that again.
That's not healthy.
Because I felt like, especially when I felt like I'm doing what the woman or woman say a man's supposed to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so she tells, you know, so now I'm depressed. I gained so much weight. You know what I'm saying? So I got up to like 305, something
Mm-hmm.
like that. So she tell my mama and my auntie now that I was bored and I didn't club, I didn't go to the clubs, I didn't party. You know what I'm saying? Like I just work and come home and go to sleep. That's all I had time to do. You didn't work. So that's what she told my mom now.
Mm-hmm.
So my mom now to tell me off the rip, you know, they kind of told me like after, you know, not like probably yeah, not after they seen I was moving on, they told me, you know what I'm saying? So uh I'm like, dang, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I mean, that's what I thought. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I was supposed to be this nigga in the club and, you know, drunk, coming home late, you know what I'm saying?
Still
Not
go to
coming
work.
home at all. That's what, so now I'm like, damn, that's what I'm supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? So so I was boring. You know what I'm saying? That's what she said. You know, so I was boring. I didn't party. I didn't go to clubs. I didn't go out. You know what I'm saying? So I went to work, came home, got up, went to work, came home. If we did something, it was gonna be with me, her, and my daughter. So, you know, I got called bored for that.
This
So
is the
cool.
life that you chose too, though, man. Because when you have a baby, it ain't even about
Yeah. You know
you.
what
I
I'm saying?
mean,
But I don't want nobody to be with me if they ain't happy. You know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
No, I wouldn't want you. No, I'm saying like the whole idea of like having to go out, because like it's gonna take some time till you get established, and when you get established, then you can probably
Yeah.
bring that back in. But right now, y'all got a baby,
Yeah.
so that matters.
Yeah. And then at the time, you know, all her friends were single.
Yeah.
You know, so uh so, you know, of course, like I said, I was depressed, you know what I'm saying? I gained all this weight, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man. So I talked to a few people after the fact. You know what I'm saying? Like, but they didn't go nowhere. Then that's when I met my wife, and then, you know, uh, it started getting serious, you know what I'm saying? And when she seen it was serious, it was because I had proposed to my little girl mom. She gave me a ring back and everything. So when it started getting serious, it was like that. Especially knowing we worked together. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't, you know, we ain't get together till after the fact. So, oh, that's when, she found out that child support. I got took off child support, 4 years later. Uh, but she did tell me she did it out of spite. She told me she did it out of spite.
I'm glad she was honest after the fact.
She told me she did it out of spite.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's good that she was honest about it because I mean we already knew that, but we just needed you to tell us.
yeah.
You know.
And so uh, which wasn't which putting me on child support wasn't gonna stop nothing. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't because you was providing anyway.
Yeah.
So
So she told me that, and then of course, as a man, every man had insecurities. So with me gaining a lot of weight, you know, it became uh, I took on a lot of insecurities. You know what I'm saying? Even though I always had females, you know what I'm saying? It was just me, you know what I'm saying? Me looking in the mirror, facing myself. You know what I'm saying? Seeing my own, you know what I'm saying? Pointing out stuff myself. You know what I'm saying? So
stuff slowed down.
yeah. And then I was always since I was younger, I was always called fat. You know what I'm saying? But I'll go back to look at high school pictures. I'm like, man, I wasn't that big,
Don't that
man.
make you mad? No, let's just talk about that real quick. I'm mad at the fact of like when I look back on some pictures, I'll be like, bruh, I wasted. You be like, I wasted that body. I didn't know that I looked like that. You think you way bigger than what you really are.
Yeah, I'm like, man, I'm thinking in my head.
Everybody else was skinny.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, man, they called me big, man. I look good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't think so, like that. That big.
So, but when people and I had to learn just from myself. Even when it comes to kids now, or my cousins or my nieces, or I would step like from being called fat all my life. I would. No, I don't say that.
Yeah,
because it messes with you mentally.
It does.
You know what I'm saying?
It
like
does.
because some people can't help it. You know what I'm saying? Or especially as a kid. You know what I'm saying? Some kids, like one of my brothers, he eat a low, but he never gained no weight.
Tiny.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody's bodies are just different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some people just hold weight. You know what I'm saying? So I try to tell people, like, nah, don't say that to that kid. You know what I'm saying? Because it messes with them mentally. Because I know it messed with me. You know what I'm saying? But me, of course, I can shake it off or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, or act like ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? I could do that. But still, I know it's messing with me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I tell people not to do that. So but I had gained all that weight, whatever. And he was still willing to be with me. You know what I'm saying? So it was just but it's also caused a lot of friction in our relationship, because of my own insecurities.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, man,
that's how it goes.
Fine. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, I look at me, I done gained all this weight. She fine. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm looking at it, like, what she want with me? You know what I'm saying? So that's how I'm looking at it. So
she chose you though.
Yeah. So I'm like, and still fine to this day. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm like, I ain't what she, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, so now it's kind of like I'm questioning everything. So, got together, whatever, and she ain't never, probably in her head when I made her mad, probably would say, you fatter. But she ain't never, she ain't never,
disrespected you like that.
Yeah, she ain't never put me down, disrespecting me, nothing like that.
That's a good woman, though.
So I had I made up in my mind that I had to lose the weight. You know what I'm saying? For me,
For you, yeah.
Yeah, for me and my sanity.
That was the only way you was gonna be able to do it, though.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I did that. So I did that for my own sanity.
I think that, but we got to talk about that though, because you making a decision. That's not the end of it. You know, you had to put in the work.
Yeah.
So just talk about like how you made that transition, because you made the decision to do it, but how did you make the transition?
Uh I seen well, I was, you know, I had started waking up with chest pains. You know what I'm saying? I didn't never tell nobody. You know what I'm saying? And at that time I'm scared to go to the doctor. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to hear what they going to tell me.
Yeah.
So I say, well, I just woke up. Like, man, I gotta lose weight. I don't know where to start, but I gotta start somewhere. And then I think at the time you was on your health journey, and I seen you had posted a picture. You had lost like I think at the time it was 100 pounds. I say 100 pounds. That's when I called you. I was like, man, what you? So you was like you work out with Donnie or whatever, and then you told me just come try it out. I wasn't, and you told me you had stopped eating meat at the time, and I'm like, ugh.
You like, I ain't trying to
Yeah.
do that.
So, but when you told me, I was like, man, Trini can do it. I know I can do it. You know what I'm saying? Like we kind of got the same mindset. So, I went cold turkey, no eating no meat. You know what I'm saying? Like I was still eating bad, not gonna lie, but like far as sweets but my first thing was stop eating meat, and I can't work out with you and Donnie. I think we working out like 3 or 4 days a week or something like that.
It was just 3 days.
Yeah, and on the days we didn't work out, I would get out of work, I would go walk. You know what I'm saying? And I was just losing weight like that. You know what I'm saying? I was like, you know what I'm saying? I'm still eating. I ain't eating meat. You know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to eat, right, like eat eggs, and you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make better options. You know what I'm saying? Even though I still got that fat kid in me by eating sweets, but I'm still losing. Like I'm losing it, and I'm noticing when I put my clothes on, my shirts just like I'm like, man. And so
I always show you
so
everything.
one day, we had just finished the workout we done, and I say, man, let me stop by my cousin's house. And I haven't seen them in a minute. Like these my close cousins, like I grew up with, like fighting every day. So they all outside, and I get out the car, and they were like, boy, what you been doing? I'm like, man, hey, you done lost weight. So I'm like, for real? I'm like, yeah. So boom, I'm like, okay, it's working. And so I think Donnie, I don't know if his wife got pregnant or he had to get something happened where he couldn't
he had to get a job.
Yeah, he couldn't train no more.
Like, dang.
So I'm like, man, I'm just on the road. So he told me, he like, just keep doing what I taught you. He say, just keep doing what I taught you. He say, don't just and I just kept doing it. Doing it. You know what I'm saying? And it was working. And then when I started getting into it more, and I just started having this burst of energy out of nowhere. I'd be just dropping down. My wife, she used to be like, Derrick, what is you doing? I used to be I'd be in the store with so much energy, I just drop down and start doing push-ups in the store. Like, she'd be like, really? You know what I'm saying? Or we can be outside just talk, and I start doing something. And so I knew then I wanted to take it, keep going, take it. And eventually, the lowest I got to was 170. You know what I'm saying?
What was your original goal though? Or did you have a goal?
I had a goal. I was like, well, I'm gonna get to this goal. I'm gonna get to this weight. When I got to that weight, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Then I said, oh, I'm gonna get to this weight. When I got to that weight, nah, that ain't good enough.
Yeah.
So that's how I was doing it. And then, when I got to 170, I was like, in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, So, of course, I had an incident, a nerve incident
Mm-hmm.
on my left side. I had to
Mm-hmm.
feel what the scars was. You know what I'm saying? So I had a nerve incident, like so bad. So, which left me kind of scarred up. You know what I'm saying? Then that brought insecurities. You know what I'm saying to me. So I couldn't work out like how. You know what I'm saying? I'm depressed.
How you used to.
So I'm at 170. So now I didn't gain about. First, people telling me, "Oh, you look too skinny." So I gained about. I get back up to 200. Now people, you gaining weight. You show you look like you getting fat. Man, I was 305. Man, I'm only 200 pounds.
Which is a normal weight.
You know what I'm saying? I'm
That's
like,
a normal
God,
weight.
like, I mean, yeah, y'all seen me at 170, but like, what you gonna criticize me because I look too skinny? I gain weight. Oh, you look like you getting. So what is it? You gonna quit? So I notice, and it's always the people that's close to me
Always.
that try to knock me down some way or another. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was never. It's like it's never good enough. You know what I'm saying? Like you look too skinny. I gained 30 pounds. With a nerve incident. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, "Oh, it look like you getting fat again." Like, bro, which one is? And then I'm looking at them like I look better than you. To be honest,
I was about to say,
if you really want to be honest,
are you working out?
You know what I'm saying? Cause I guarantee I can literally people like my wife asked me like, cause I took her and the girl with me. Trina, I ran 4 miles without stopping.
Mm-hmm.
So you can say what you want about me, but I guarantee you, when it come to working out or my health, when I go to the doctor, they be like, when they check my lungs, breathing test, when they Derrick, for your age, you got the lungs of a 20-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, yeah, I mean, yeah, I can, but I can lose weight too. You know what I'm saying? I know what to do now.
And it's not always about the weight, though.
It's not.
It's about the health part.
And I tell people all the time, like, y'all can criticize, but that probably was one of the hardest things in my life I had to do.
Yeah, because you have to deny you.
To get down to 170, that was one of the hard, like, you have to be on point strict with your diet. Like, and I noticed the difference. It's a difference between losing weight and looking a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
I was just losing weight at first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then I say, nah, this ain't the look I want to go for.
Yeah.
So, like I say, it's a difference. So when I tell people, like, they be like, "Oh, it look like you gain," it like sometimes it can get exhausted. Sometimes I like sometimes like at the time I'm just like, man, look, I'm tired. Like sometimes I wouldn't go out to eat.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like ain't no dates, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I gotta eat this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go. I would go to family fun. No, I don't want to drink. You don't want to have no shot. No, I don't want to do none of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting around. I'm the only one sober around here that's looking. You know what I'm saying?
You know, we know.
You know, go out to eat, and then I'm sitting there. I would have to eat my food before we go out to eat, man. You know, and that ain't no fun to the family. Like,
but it's called discipline.
Exactly.
It's called discipline.
And I say that it is hard. Like it's discipline, but when I say it's hard eating, like, and I was on like a bodybuilder type diet where I'm eating like the same stuff every day, like and people don't know. That's why when people, oh, it look like you, I be like, man, if you only knew what I had to go through, bro.
It's the preparation.
Yeah, man. I'm like, man, like it's hard. Like it's
no idea.
It's hard, and you got temptation all around.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So
we saying no to you and ourselves.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I'm risking time with the family. Like, no, I don't want to do that because I don't. You know what I'm saying. Like, so I'm like, and it just get to a point like, man, I gotta live my life.
You do.
You know what I'm saying? I did good for myself. That's how I had to start that. Like, man, I did good for myself, man. I ain't think so. I noticed some people try to put their insecurities on you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
They do that when we go out with our friends. Cause I be grateful when I know if I know you going, I'll be like, all right, I'll go. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because I feel like we in the same headspace. Cause I don't even drink no more, like at all. So I know at least Deep Easy gonna be like, he ain't gonna judge me for what
No.
I'm eating and me not drinking and stuff like that. But even if you do judge me, I really don't care.
Cause I feel like I ain't supposed to be doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I know how to be disciplined. That I done it. I know how to be disciplined. You know what I'm saying? So I just be doing stuff just like well, I know what to do if I really want to. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
but it was the best feeling. My body felt amazing when I didn't drink. You know what I'm saying? When I stopped smoking weed. You know what I'm saying? It was just like
just
I
clean.
felt good. You know
Just
what I'm saying? I had the
clean.
most energy. I had a clear mind.
That
Like,
mindset.
so my mindset, like I didn't, and you know my attitude. I didn't like. I would tell, I don't want to hear it. Y'all don't need to tell me. You know what I'm saying? That's how my mind was. I don't want to hear nothing negative.
Yeah.
That's how my mind was, and I felt the best. You know what I'm saying? And I'm striving to get back to that point. You know,
do it. You
just
can do
for
it.
my mental space. You know, so. But it's been a good journey. You know, so.
You can do it, and I love seeing your transformation because you got the real treasure from it, which is I know I can be very disciplined.
Yeah.
The mindset shifts. And once you experience that clarity of mind, there is nothing better. That's why I be like, I would want to drink sometimes, but then I'd be like, what's the point? You know, and that's not to say anything wrong with other people drinking.
It's nothing.
Let me just go on and say that because that would be the next thing to say. There's nothing wrong with you drinking. If that's what you want to do, do it. But what I'm saying is, once you've experienced that clarity, it makes you not want to do any of it at all.
I used to, and people were like, "Oh, you need 7 to 8 hours training." I would I would go to sleep at 12 o'clock. Be right up at 3 o'clock.
Yep.
With full of energy.
Full of
jump
energy.
right up out of bed.
To this day, I'll do that.
Yeah, I can.
Like, 8 hours is too much for me. Actually, 8 hours of sleep is way too much.
Yeah, that's it. So
like,
I'm just like,
I feel groggy if I sleep 8 hours.
Yeah,
like 6 is perfect. 5 to 6 for me is like, and I feel like were you able to go to sleep quicker though? Cause like for me, I used to not be able to sleep. I used to have insomnia.
Yeah.
But now when I lay down, as soon as his head hit that pillow, it's out. I'm out like a light.
It's a different type of rest.
It is.
You know,
it's rest.
Yeah. Now I even started like, cause I had added fasting to, you know what I'm saying? Like I used to go 3 days just drinking water. Like people be like, "Why your skin so shiny?" I be like, they be thinking, "Rundy." I be like, "Drink your water." Yeah, and I be serious, really. You know what I'm saying? Because I really used to go 3 days.
That's how it goes.
Without fasting, and my skin used to just glow like it was shiny. You know what I'm saying? And
you eat comes out through your skin.
Yeah, and so I just be, and I tell people, drink your water. You know, so.
And we're gonna look this age forever because I feel like because of the way that we lead our lives, it's gonna be. A girl told me in the bathroom, one of the students asked me, she's like, "Are you a student?" I was like, "Nah, I work here." I was like, "I'm 37 years old." She's like, "What? You that old?" I was like, I'm not gonna be rude. I'm gonna take the compliment. But I do think it's amazing though, like how you're able to like tap into creativity, having a clear mindset, and then just being able to be on cruise control. It's worth it. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, it is work.
It's a lot of work.
People like, man, y'all don't see the struggle behind. Y'all just see the when I step in front of you, you don't see what I gotta go through.
When I take a picture.
yeah, you don't see what I gotta go through. You know what I'm saying?
It's tough.
Man,
it's
like
tough.
Fighting cravings and
man. Be wanting fries. I be wanting fries. I can't even get them sometimes. Like you just be like, it's everything though. I love the fact that you've chosen yourself because that makes you a better husband. That makes you a better dad. Like that just makes you a better grandfather because they've seen the transformation. I'm sure they've seen a change in you too.
And and my daughters always say, I like the bigger you, cause the smaller you, is serious now. But I was like,
serious?
but that comes with me being strict, like strict on myself. You know what I'm saying? Like discipline on myself. So I try to, like, now that I know, like, man, it's you can do it. You know what I'm saying? So I tell them, no, you ain't feeding me that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't feeding me no bull. You can't do this. You can do it. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like I know I had to overcome something that I was insecure about. And when they come to me and say, "Oh, they come with this," nah,
And it call me when you actually ready.
Yeah, so it's like, well, and they were like, I don't like the smaller you. You be too serious. The bigger you is, well, this is the new me.
It's been me the whole time.
Yeah,
you know, I just had to peel back them layers. Yeah, peel back them layers. What are you doing now though to maintain? Because it's not about being that strict all the time. Because you do have to live your life, but in different seasons, it calls for different things. So what are you doing now to kind of maintain?
So at first I was against trainers because I never wanted nobody to take credit for what I put in the work for in the beginning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But as I went on, I like it's best to. I tell anybody it's best to get a trainer.
You can only get so far.
Because I was trial and error. Yeah. I probably would have lost way faster than what I. But it was trial and error for me. You know what I'm saying? That's why I tell people now it is some bullshit.
The prices.
No,
the prices.
Not prices too. But what I'm saying is, I'm willing to pay the price if I know you serious. Yeah. About you. Now it is some BS trainers around here.
Oh, it's a lot of those.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like all that working out and all that. Say, check this out. Yeah, working out plays a part. I promise you, if anybody tell you anything different, it's what you eat. I promise you. Yeah. You alter that just
slightly.
Alter that. You know what I'm saying? Like through the week. You know what I'm saying? And Saturday or Sunday, don't go overboard with it. You know what I'm saying? Stay on course, but have a meal. You know what I'm saying? Like know when you going. Okay, well I'm gonna go out to eat. You know, with my homegirls or home. Just stay on course though. But just better options. I promise you, is what you eat. It is. It's what you eat. So how I maintain it. I started going to. I just recently started going to Hill, probably like. And I don't know why I did that around the holidays.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Because you're gonna be so strict.
So around the holiday, I started going over there, and it was man. When I say I used to think I worked out hard. When I say I used to think I worked out hard,
he don't play around. They don't play around.
That gym is. It ain't just work. You working out mentally.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
it's a fight.
Man, cause it's days I done threw up in the trash in there. But it's hard. It's a fight. But it's worth it.
Yeah.
Cause when I leave, I be tired. Of course you're gonna be you supposed to be tired when you finish work. But I feel good.
Because
I walk with confidence. You know what I'm saying? Like knowing, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I picked that up. You know what I'm saying? Like, and sometimes I'll be like, man, I'm not finna pick all that up. You know, like I ain't trying to be nobody.
Cause JC be
and it be like when I say that's probably one of the I ain't gonna say one. It's the best gym I've ever been to.
Yeah.
And I ain't saying that just because I go there now, because like I said, Donnie is what started me. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna always be, my top. You know what I'm saying? Which Donnie, which he didn't even have to help me. You know what I'm saying?
It's the way Donnie approached you. That's how I feel like Donnie is the perfect person to start with, because the way he approaches you. He builds you up.
Yeah. Sure. And so when I say over there at the hill, it could be intimidating from the video, but when you get in there, it's, if you serious, is what you need.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't no, it's raw and uncut. It ain't
Yeah.
no filtering, no editing. It's raw and uncut. You know what I'm saying? You gonna get cussed out some days. Yeah, some days you might not feel like getting cussed out. You might want to say something back, but at the end of the day, their intentions are always good.
And they get results.
Their intentions are always good.
Yeah.
You know, I'm looking like I never been to a gym like that, like a person, like a personal gym to where I didn't seen even a LA Fitness or another. I ain't never been to no gym where I seen females grind like they do. Like they grind in that gym. And I be like, man, he working. And I be like, they just like some of them I be like, man, they going hard. Like they grind, like them women in there be grinding like hard, and I
show
man, and it is, and the crazy part, people think like, oh, because of course you gonna post your resort women, but he got all type of women in there, women who just starting,
and it go fast too. It's not to say that it's about quickness or anything, but I know because I've seen a lot of the women that he's worked with, and I went to middle school with Jesse, so I know he's always been like this. So, the results come so swiftly because you not playing around, and
he not one of them trainers. You paid me to train you.
Yeah,
he one of them train. This is what you need to eat. This is what you need to be taking. Take your vitamins. Take this. Now you need to eat. I don't eat fish. I don't care. This is what you need to be eating. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no. I'm just taking your money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
He invested for sure.
You got questions. He gonna give you the answers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If like today, you're supposed to be out. Like you're take the. Hey, coach, I know you said be off, or you think you can send me a workout? I can go, because I still got gym memberships. You know what I'm saying? The other gyms, so hey, coach, you think you can send me a workout? Cool, no problem. You send it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it ain't just no, here, give me your money, I'm going to work you out. And it's strategic. It ain't no, we going to do this. We going to do, you know what I'm saying? Like, just no, throw some shit together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, every time I ask him why we doing this, he gonna tell me why we doing it.
Yeah.
So I think that's the best gym I've never been to. Far as most knowledgeable, one of the knowledgeable trainers I've been, because I didn't deal with another knowledgeable trainer, but they you know what I'm saying, like, but anybody in Fort Worth, I would recommend you try it out. You know what I'm saying?
Tell the name again.
It's gonna heal. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the address, but it's on Riverside. Look up JC. Cedric. Sid. I can't think it's Warren.
They on Facebook for sure.
Warren, that's their name.
We'll tag it.
Neil Carr. Yeah. But when I say they push me to a limit, and I notice why it's a lot of females, because a lot of dudes don't like being held accountable by another man. You know what I'm saying? So I can see why that gym is mainly based females. You know what I'm saying? Most dudes don't like being held accountable.
That's
right. You know what I'm saying? So, especially by another male. You know what I'm saying? Because they let egos get involved.
Yeah.
So, but not me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to look good. You know what I'm saying?
Trying to get to a point. But...
So, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, they work out that workout be strategic. It's, man, legs, chest, back. You know what I'm saying? Shoulders. So it ain't just I'm putting this workout together. Here, do this, do that. No, it ain't none of that.
It's strategic.
Yeah. So yeah.
I'm happy that you found a place that's gonna challenge you. And overall, I'm extremely proud of you, bro, for real, for taking yourself serious in life, and mentally, physically, emotionally, and in your family, because everybody does not do that. Even though, like, humble beginnings do not mean that you have to continue to be that way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I love that you've taken what you've gone through and you flipped it.
Yeah.
And that's so important to me. And I pray that you like really continue to do that. And I'm gonna stay on you about continuing to be on the microphone. So I'm gonna put that on the
Yeah, she always hit me up talking about, look, bro, I got something for you.
You got
Yeah,
to.
she always want to connect me with somebody. She always look. This was I was like, oh man, God put this woman in my life for a reason, cause she stay on me. So and I appreciate it, cause I don't have too many female friends like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't lost some. You know what I'm saying? I didn't lost some friends.
We family though.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you. My wife appreciates you. You willing to help my daughter when she went out to college, to willing to help her guide her in the right direction. So and my wife, she's very picky on who the females who she, you know, grabs to. You know what I'm saying? And you one. You know what I'm saying? So so it's it's always love. So hopefully we can continue to move forward.
Not hopefully, we gonna continue to move forward
and do what we need to do. Be successful.
And I'm proud of your wife too. I appreciate her too, because she definitely sparked, a lot of this in you too. Being supportive and making sure that she was that firm foundation for you as well when you were transitioning. Because a woman, I don't think women understand how much power they have. So
they do.
I just want to shout her out too, because I mean, it's amazing. I love to see my brothers loved well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I already knew when you got married that it was gonna be a challenge, but at the same time, it's gonna grow you. It was gonna grow you because you got to look in the mirror. So yeah, but I love you, bro, and I really do appreciate you. Thank you for coming on. We got it done this time.
Yeah, we got it done. It's been too long.
It's been too long, but he's gonna be back on in a different capacity though.
Yeah. We gonna be back on, and we gonna be doing better. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna keep striving for greatness. Keep doing what we need to do. Keep praying. Keep God first.
Absolutely. Oh, I gotta ask you my last question real quick that I didn't ask, because this is the closeout question. What is one life lesson you've learned throughout your journey that you believe makes you unstoppable?
Lesson I learned. Knowing you can come out of any situation and win. Knowing you can come out of any financial situation and win. Knowing you can come out of any relationship and get back on your feet. Knowing you can come out of any depression, get back to yourself. Just keep the right people around you. And I know at the beginning of the show I said I don't like meeting new people, but I don't like meeting new people. I don't, you know what I'm saying? But God still brings people to me. I don't like meeting new people just to be meeting them. That's me. You know what I'm saying? Like, now, if it's a purpose, or if your purpose can be, I can be having a bad day and you can say something to me like, hey, it turned my day around. Then it was worth meeting you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't just saying, like, I don't want to meet new people. No, I'm saying, like, what can I learn from you? What can you learn from me? You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by this. So don't just take it like that.
Has to be a purpose.
It has to be a purpose. You know what I'm saying? Treat me right, I'm gonna treat you right. You know what I'm saying? I pray to God that He continue to bring the right people in my life. I pray that and people say, oh, you ain't supposed to say your prayers. Well, I'm telling y'all my prayers. You know what I'm saying? God still gonna hear me. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no difference. So And y'all should do the same thing. You know, talk to God more. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I get off track and I probably go a week without praying, and I'll be like, man, my week been going. Cause I ain't prayed. I know why my week going bad. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm forgetting about the man who put me here. You know what I'm saying? So I tell people, talk to God every morning. You know what I'm saying? Thank God. As soon as you open your eyes, thank God. You know what I'm saying? Because life is short. You
Yeah,
know,
it is.
treat people right, man. And you know, like I said, everybody got flaws. You know what I'm saying? But don't misuse somebody who you can't replace. You know what I'm saying? And I be having to catch myself like, you tripping, cause ain't nobody gonna have your back like this person or that person. Like, so nigga, proud, put them first. You know what I'm saying? So, just don't misuse people, man. I'm all about trying to do right by people. You know what I'm saying? You know, and depending on the situation, I fall short sometimes. You know, and I hope people forgive me. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm a forgiving person. You know what I'm saying? And not saying you ain't gonna be hurt. Not saying I'm gonna be hurt, but I'm a forgiving person. You know, because some people just don't know. You know what I'm saying? Some people was raised up in a different environment. You know what I'm saying? Some people didn't have, you know what I'm saying, that guidance in their life to know, man, you ain't supposed to treat people like this, you know what I'm saying, who do good to you, or, you know what I'm saying? So I just ask people to, you know, if you got people in your life, do right by them. You know, people that look out for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do right by everybody. Nah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't look out for everybody, but the people that gonna hold you down, that you know you can come to without being judged or for anything, man, put them first, man. Because I noticed something with people, which is no problem. People do what they want. A lot of people will come to you. And I got friends, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got family, but come to me and hey, can you do this? Can you help me with this? Can you? Yeah, no problem, bro. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's been time back then I ain't had, but I'm still here. But then I jump on social media, praise another person who they couldn't, who they wasn't even comfortable enough to go ask them to help them pay a light bill or help them put gas in their car, help them, you know what I'm saying? Or jump on social media and make a whole post about a person who they weren't never comfortable go, you know what I'm saying, to go ask to help them. So
Yeah.
I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't get that. You know what I'm saying? So
You don't do it for the praise either, so
yeah,
either,
you know what I'm saying? So and I'm just talking about like they'd jump on there, put a whole post. Oh, happy birthday to my dog. No, but you couldn't go ask that dog for this, and that. You couldn't go ask that dog to help you, you know, pay your water bill, your internet bill. You know what I'm saying? Help you help
your family.
Yeah. So my thing is the people who you forget about and help you, them the people that you need to put first. You know what I'm saying? And if you choose not to do it, then that's on you, cause gotta remove them people.
And when they
gotta remove them people. And you'll really see like who really got your back. You know, so
definitely will. Well, I appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much.
And thanks to Coach K for affirming up the dough. I'm ready for the journey with the So Pro. I know there will be highs, I know there will be lows. Road to success got so many toes, but I'm ready for the journey. Yeah, I said I'm ready for the